Maybe you've already given away everything and there's nothing left. And now we have to realize I need to start giving away my stuff, my time, my energy, my advice, a little bit more wisely, a little bit more intentionally, because my tank is going to keep going empty, keep going empty, keep going empty. And that 100%, it's kind of like maybe a phone battery. You get a new phone and the battery is 100%, right? Your battery health, especially of an iPhone. And then over time, you can check your phone and it's 95%. So now only 95% of the battery's function works. Then it's 90, then it's 85, and it's 80. And slowly your battery health it'll fill up and it'll say it's full, 100% charged. But of the battery's capability, only 80% of it now is usable. And that's us. We start to slowly charge to 100%. But what we have in us, our battery is only at 50%, 40%. But we still show up. We try to be stronger. We try to still be full of purpose. But what we've got is compassion fatigue. You might ask yourself, what is compassion fatigue? Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you've heard some version of it, but basically it's the cost of caring. That's what it comes down to. It's a state, if you want the definition, it's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion that occurs when a person is repeatedly exposed to others' suffering and trauma, leading to a reduced ability to feel empathy or compassion over time. That's kind of the academic version of it, the cost of caring. Basically, compassion fatigue is when you care too much for too long without recovery. It leaves you feeling numb, drained, and detached. So whatever it is, and I guess the professions, if you think about it, people that suffer from this are teachers, number one on the list, healthcare workers, counselors and social workers, first responders, caregivers, and then coaches, mentors, whether it be an athletic coach or an academic coach or mentors. But really can affect anyone that's constantly exposed to kind of stress, trauma, or emotional needs. The effects that stress have on the body go well beyond what most of us think. We think we just have to deal with it. Like, just suck it up, right? Get back out there. But no, it's a real thing, compassion fatigue, and it affects people emotionally, physically, and in our behavior. And especially, like I said, from my perspective, when you're talking about teachers, it can be something that's real. Even coaches, it can be something that's real. Passion fatigue can happen suddenly. So if you're happy-go-lucky and all of a sudden a day or two goes by and boom, now you're somebody different, feeling all the things we've been talking about so far, maybe numbness, detachment, irritability, frustration, loss of empathy, anxiety, sadness, fatigue, low energy, sleep problems, headaches or body tension, withdrawal from others, reduced job performance, avoiding people or responsibilities, loss of motivation. All of a sudden, boom, those things hit you. Compassion fatigue. Get that empathy overload. You're emotionally drained. Whereas burnout, you have the work environment, whether it's the systemic or the work environment driven burnout. And then compassion fatigue may include trauma-like symptoms, whereas burnout is more about exhaustion and frustration. So again, they're both kind of intertwined and they both need to be dealt with. But a lot of people just think it's burnout and then they try to handle it that way. And what they don't really realize is that it's more of a compassion fatigue. And no matter what you do to handle the burnout, okay, so burnout caused by workload and stress. So what can you do? What can you do to manage it? Maybe to prevent it? Well, the first thing is you've got to set emotional boundaries. You can care about people, but don't carry everything for them. Care, but not carry everything.